Right on the next problem. An isosceles triangle plate of base 25 mm and altitude 35 mm is placed on HP such that in front view it is seen as a equilateral triangle of 25 mm sides. It is an isosceles triangle of base 25 and altitude 35 mm. And after giving some inclination in the front view, it is seen as an equilateral triangle of 25 mm sides. All three lines are 25 mm. That means all three sides are 25 mm after the isosceles triangle is inclined. With the side that is parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degree to HP. Draw the projections and find the inclination of the plate with the reference plane. Write the question as it is, how I have written the question in the same fashion. So I'll start answering. Before start answering this question, I'll draw an XY line and represent VP and HP. So it is very clearly given that in the front view, it is seen as an equilateral triangle. So the second front view should be an equilateral triangle of 25 mm sides. So directly I can draw this front view also. But before that, what is the actual object? Actual object is the isosceles triangle. It is the isosceles triangle. So base is 25 mm. So two things are common, 25 and 25. So if the front view should be an equilateral triangle of 25 mm, one side is 25 means I need to keep one side 25 so that the surface is seen as a line in the top view. So I have to give some inclination to the top view so that it becomes an equilateral triangle here. So I'll keep this isosceles triangle on HP and construct this isosceles triangle in such a way that 25 mm will be the base and 35 mm will be the altitude. And then after some inclination, it becomes an equilateral triangle. We'll see how to continue with the problem. So first and foremost thing, what you need to analyze is you need to solve the problem in vertical plane. Initial positions should be drawn in vertical plane, not on horizontal plane, because front view is given. So apparent shape is given. So where apparent shape is given means again against that you're reducing some inclination and representing the true shape. So 25 mm, I'm going to draw a line, so which represents the base of the isosceles triangle. So from here 35 mm, I'll identify the midpoint of 25 mm, that is 12.5. So 12.5 is here. So I have identified the midpoint, and from here altitude is 35 mm as given in the problem. Altitude is 35 mm. I'm representing 35 mm line, a thin line, not a dark line, and join the last position to obtain the isosceles triangle. So this is your isosceles triangle, which is kept on HP, which is placed on HP. I am placing it on HP, which is placed on HP. It is placed in such a way that initially I have reduced the angle and represented this altitude, but it is seen as an equilateral triangle of 25 mm. So before continuing to the next step, I'll complete everything related to the first step. So I'll name this as A dash, and this as B dash and C dash. So what are the basic things that you are supposed to dimension? 25 is given, 35 is given in the problem. So two things I'm going to dimension, 25 mm and 25 mm and 35. I'll extend this line, and from here also I'm going to extend this line. 35 can be represented 3.5 blocks. So 35, I'm going to draw a line here. Mm, I have drawn the line and represented the front view. So everything related to the front view is over. Let me complete the top view in this position. It is parallel to VP. It is parallel to VP. You can place the isosceles triangle in front of VP at any distance, 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, whatever distance you want, you can keep it. So I am going to keep it at a convenient distance, 10 mm or 1 box gap. I'll place this lamina, whole lamina, so I can represent, the lamina can be represented here also, but the edge is not given that it is in vertical plane, so I can keep it at any distance for making it easy for understanding purpose. So what is the top view? First I am seeing A and then B. So A of B will be the top view. Next here I am seeing only C. So this is C. So this is my top view. So top view is on horizontal plane. I am keeping it at any convenient distance. Next, all related to the front view initial position is over. I have to change this position. After changing this position, it is seen as a equilateral triangle of 25 mm. So 25 mm, I am reconstructing here in the second position. I am reconstructing this 25 mm equilateral triangle. So to construct equilateral triangle, obviously this is A dash.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the video is blur, sir.
It's not blur, man. It is correct. Are you able to read the text now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is isosceles triangle that I have constructed for altitude 35 mm and base 25 mm. It is placed on HP. It is placed on HP. But this edge is not in VP. So I am placing it at some distance in front of vertical plane. Any distance in front of vertical plane, I can place it 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, any distance you can place it in front of VP. Next, I have to construct I have to change this initial position to the new position in such a way that in the new position, it is seen as an equilateral triangle. So for constructing equilateral triangle, I have constructed the baseline, that is 25 mm, and draw a 60-degree line. I'm drawing a 60-degree line and stop it at 25. 10, 20, 25. So 60-degree, I have drawn a line and directly I can mark this. So this will also be 25. So instead of using protractor for 60-degree and using everything, see, if you're using the set square, directly 60-degree as the base you have found out, interior angle will be 60-degree. So 60-degree, I have drawn a line directly and constructed this equilateral triangle. So which will be fast in construction and easy to draw. So next I'll draw the projections in such a way that on this projector, A dash and B dash will lie on this drawn C dash projector, A projector and B projector. So two projectors are coinciding here, so I'm not renaming it. So next I'll measure what is the altitude, that is 35 mm. So altitude which is included in this top view. So I'll measure this top view A of B to C distance, which is 35 mm. So this top view, I have to shift it to the new position here. So I'll represent the starting point here or here, anywhere you can take. You can keep the lamina anywhere you like because no other conditions are given. I am keeping it here. I'll fix this as A of B. From this A of B, I don't know where C is lying. So A of B to C, I'm taking the measurement 35 mm and with A of B as center and drawing an arc here. Drawing a small arc or identify the position, that is enough. No need to draw a big arc. Identify the position and draw the top view. This top view, I am drawing it and representing it as C. This is C. So arrow mark I am drawing like this, 1 and 2. So that is procedure. Front view, I have obtained the top view. From this front view, I obtained the top view. So see, two positions are over. So two positions are over. Next is, see, isosceles triangle plate of base 25 mm and altitude 35 mm is placed on HP such that the front view is seen as an equilateral triangle of 25 mm sides with the side parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degree to HP. So this is the third condition. The side that is parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degree to HP. This is the side AB. AB is the side which is parallel to VP. This is vertical plane. AB is the side that is parallel to VP. You have to shift the second front view to the new position in such a way that AB is constructed on 45 degree line. AB edge is constructed on 45 degree line. Before that, you have dimension this 25 mm equilateral triangle. So you can dimension this equilateral triangle 25. So 25 mm equilateral triangle. So no need to again and again dimension. So this is enough. And 45 degree, I'll just draw a line towards left or towards right, anywhere you can draw. Both are correct. So how well you are thinking of positioning the lamina is important. I've drawn a 45 degree line. I've drawn a 45 degree line. Shift the second front view to the new position in such a way that AB, the side, see the side that is parallel to VP, which side is parallel to VP in the second front view? It is AB, not the BC or AC. It is not parallel because it is inclined. It is inclined like this. So you can imagine a lamina which is resting on, placed on HP and it is tilted like this. So only this edge is parallel to VP. So only that edge AB is shifted here. So how it is shifted? So B to A, and I'm taking some measurement. B to A, I'll take some measurement. So B to B dash of A, B dash to A dash, and mark it on this 45-degree line. So somewhere you start from the box which is joined here, where you are placing the compass is very, very important. So, and name it accordingly. So this is my B dash and this is A dash. Don't put a dark dot, and construct the equilateral triangle. So obviously this will also be 25 and 25. So construct, draw an arc here also and here also. So we'll get a position called C dash. Join B to C, C to A, and A to C. This is the position where the side that is parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degree to HP. So here, see, you may think of beta angle problem now. That is, this altitude 35 mm has been reduced to some distance called as around 20, 21. It is foreshortened, but the same altitude is not inclined here. It is the edge that is inclined. So don't worry about the beta angle condition. Got it? So here it is a different element. The base, it is the base on or the edge that is parallel to VP is inclined, not the altitude. If the statement would have given that altitude is inclined to HP at some angle, then there would exist a beta angle because altitude is inclined here also and here also. That is not given in the problem. So we'll continue as it is. So from A dash, I'll just draw a line till it meets. So use 2H pencil. So it will be good. So A dash, B, and C dash. A, B, and C. So A, B, both lines are meeting here. So A is meeting here. So I'll drop it till here. Next, B is seen till here. Extending the projector, it is seen till here. So this is B. So this is A and this is B, and C is, yeah. So join this and erase the extra lines and read the problem again. Till here, the side that is parallel to VP is inclined at 45 degrees over. Draw the projections you are drawn and find the inclination of the plate with the reference plane. So inclination of the plate with reference plane, how much is this? You are supposed to find out. Anybody who has completed can I answer?
Sir.
Yes, it should be around 50 because see here, I have not measured it. You can look at the figure here. See the from this corner to this corner, if you join a line, it is 45 degree. So this is slightly more than that. So you can assume that it is more than 45 degree. So I have not measured it. So I'll measure it now. So it will be, as he said, it should be around 50 only. Yes, it is 50 degree. So how to score more in this particular problem is, you need to write the answer. The inclination of the plate with VP is 50 degree. and add a signature. All dimensions are in millimeter. And very important, line thickness, maintain the line thickness. After completing the problem, erase unnecessary lines. See here, this is the front view that I have obtained. I'll draw the arrow marks, 1, 2, and 3. 3 arrow marks are drawn, which are within this box, within this box only. See here also, and here also, and here also. Like that, you need to think of where and all you can place the arrow mark to say the examiner that that is the procedure or the solving procedure of the problem. So first step is this, second step is the front view. So I'm drawing the arrow mark here. Second step is this one. I am representing this equilateral triangle and then drawing the top view. So this is the second arrow mark. So again, I represent the second top view to the third position. Again, I draw the projectors down to obtain the final view. This is the final view. Here also an arrow mark here exactly from C and A and B. I am drawing the arrow mark. And line thickness, very important. As you are seeing, please understand front view, top view, front view, top view, front view, top view. There are 6 views which should be dark. Got it? All other lines should be thin. Projection lines, as you are seeing, I think it is visible for you to understand how what should be the thickness of the line. So based on the same thickness and conditions, you need to solve the problem. And there is no other chance to cut the marks because everything given in the problem, your dimension 25, your dimension 35, you have dimension, and what else is given? 25 mm equilateral triangle, your dimension 45 degree is given, you have dimension 45 degree, and you have dimensioned what is asked. Inclination is asked in the problem, you have dimensioned this also without the question mark. What is 50 degree? You have identified it and written a statement that completes your problem. So don't dimension again and again the repeated things. So 35 mm, don't dimension as it is here. You need to bring it out and dimension. Don't dimension here itself.
Sir, your mic is mute, sir. We cannot hear, sir.
Sir, your mic is muted. We can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Write down the next problem. A triangular lamina of 25 mm sides rests on one of its corners on VP such that the median passing through the corner on which it rests is inclined at 30° to HP and 45° to VP. So here what we have to think about is, again, one median is inclined to HP as well as inclined to VP. And corner, say corner on VP. So remember corner on VP. So what you are supposed to take as the initial position. So whether I have to construct the corner condition or edge condition. See, left hand side, if I get a edge, or left hand side I need to get a corner, though. So that is what you need to think of. And if even if you represent it in this edge condition also, this corner point in the next position, in the second position, should be in VP. That is, this line, if you represent some C or some corner here, that corner C or A should be on XY line. Both positions are correct. So in such way, you are supposed to construct and solve the problem. So can anybody tell me whether you need beta angle or not? I'll construct a lamina 25 mm corner. I'll keep the corner towards my left hand side and construct the lamina. So here I am going to draw a 60° line using my set square and mark 25. So if you at 60°, if you mark 25, automatically the remaining part will be 25 only. That is the third line. And start naming this A dash, B dash, and C dash. So I'll represent its top view. So top view is to around 21 or 22, as you are seeing, 2 point something box, 2.2 something box, and name it A, B of C. First I'm seeing B and then C. Next, I have to shift this to the new position in such a way that the median is inclined to VP at 45° and corner will be on vertical plane. I'll keep this A corner on vertical plane, that is on XY line, and construct this line here at an angle of 45°, because the median, that is the corner to opposite midpoint, whatever line is drawn, I'll consider this as M1. This median is inside this top view. The top view length, whatever I got 22, it is the same as the altitude or the median, that 21 mm. This median length is equal to the top view length. It is inside this top view only. If you incline the top view, that means the median is inclined, or if you incline the median, that means the top view is inclined. So I'll reconstruct this figure here in such a way that A of B, that is 21 mm, will be here at an angle of 45°. 45° to VP. Identify the point where you want to draw. At 45°, I'm drawing a line. Take the measurement 22, 21. So you can take it by compass 21 and then mark it here directly. So when you have got no time in examination, you can continue like this. So this is A, B of, and construct this at 45° to VP. What is at 45°? It is the median. rest passing through this corner A, passing through this corner A, that is the median AM1. Why I taken M1 is because this is alpha angle condition. I am naming it as the median, true length of the median 1. Now I'll get the apparent length of the median, that is actual M. So I'm drawing the projections towards up. Draw the projectors from C, A and M, and as well as from B. So this is B dash, this is C dash. So B and B dash is meeting here. C and C dash is meeting here. A and A dash is meeting here. So now I'll get the apparent shape of the lamina. Also AM, which is A dash M, which is the reduced length of foreshortened length of the median, which is around 15 mm, which is 15 mm. So next, the same median which is inclined here at 45 degree is also inclined to HP at 30 degree. So inclined to HP 30 degree, inclined to HP 30 degree, start a point somewhere here. -30 and shift this median to the new location in such a way that first I'll take the true length of the median AM1. First, I'll take the true length of the median AM1 around 21 mm, whatever it was there. First A dash, see, true length AM1, true length of the median. I'm taking A dash M1 and mark it somewhere on this 30 line. Mark it on this 30 line. This is A M1. Draw a locus here. Draw a locus here. Next, I'll take A dash M, which is the apparent length around 15 mm, with A dash as center. With A dash as center, mark here on the locus line the new M. The new M. I'm marking this M. Now, if you extend this, automatically you'll get the beta angle. So alpha angle, sorry. If you extend this, the line is meeting somewhere here, you'll get this alpha, extending the line. Now, very important, I have to reconstruct this triangle here with A dash M as this one. A dash M is perpendicular to BC. So I'll draw a perpendicular line to M. See A dash M. I'm using the set square like this. You can keep the set square like this also, no problem. Even you can keep it like this, and you will get a perfect. See here, this line is, I am matching this edge of the set square to this line and drawing a perpendicular line. And you can extend this line exactly straight. I am going to, so that this line is perpendicular to this line. So when you are drawn this line, MB and MC will be at a distance of how much? 25 means 12.5 and 12.5. So 12.5 and 12.5, directly I'll keep the scale 12.5 and 12.5, that is totally 25. 25 is the base that I've got, and join, name it B dash and C dash, join it to A dash, and identify the alpha angle. As I have represented it like this, I'll take a perpendicular line, see 7, the line 7 printed in the scale. I'm matching it with respect to this line orientation and drawing a perpendicular line and represent 25. Next, extend this and identify alpha. Next, from A dash, I'm going to draw a line below, projector below, which meets A here. That is A. Next, from B, I'm drawing a line below, which meets B projector. Again, from C, I'm drawing a line here towards the right, which should meet the C dash projector, and join this A, C, A, B, B, C, and C A. So 3 lines can be joined and identify the alpha. Relog in again if the session ends.